Hello everyone, welcome to the Longevity Insider. I'm your host, Eva, and this is the show where we discuss the latest developments in longevity and anti-aging science. Today, we are talking about brand new Netflix documentary about Bryan Johnson, the tech entrepreneur who is pulling millions of dollars every year into his quest of not dying. So, let's get started.
My name is Bryan Johnson. I've been spending millions of dollars creating an anti-aging protocol.
In this documentary, we have Bryan Johnson doing anything from swallowing a whole pharmacy of supplements to getting a plasma transfusion from his son. He is calling him his blood boy. And I'm not surprised because we are seeing this kind of stuff from Bryan anywhere on the internet. You can look at his YouTube channel or Instagram. It will be all about this kind of stuff. But what is interesting about this documentary is that we see his backstory, how he escaped from Mormon church, how he got alienated by his own family, and how he lost contact with his 3 children. And then he is reuniting with his son Talmage, with his dad, and they are all building this amazing, I would say, cult. And they are doing it together, they are happy. And yeah, that's basically what is the document about, giving us a little bit more in-depth explanation of why he is doing what he is doing.
We are entering into a new phase of being human. This documentary captures it. It's not about the specific health protocols, it's about our culture, it's how we understand our mindset, it's what we aspire to become as a species.
You may ask me, who is Bryan Johnson? Well, if you are living under the rock, Bryan Johnson is the tech entrepreneur behind Braintree and Venmo, who sold it to people for millions of dollars and then decided to enter a new challenge, which is slowing his speed of aging and not dying. His daily routine is planned out to the last minute, and he is constantly testing new therapies on himself. He is also extremely fit and working out every day, and he is sleeping over 8 hours every night with a perfect score. That's pretty similar to me, so I'm also about sleeping a lot, so props to that. There is a pretty mixed reaction in public surrounding him. So some people think he's really pioneering the future of health, and some people are thinking that he's just an eccentric millionaire who is trying to draw attention to himself. So naturally, this documentary has awesome comments. So let's have a look. If the Netflix were committed, they only let you watch it 3 or more hours before bedtime. And I can agree, like binge watching Netflix is not great. And I feel like Netflix is one of the reasons a lot of people are going to bed at late time, and then, they need to wake up early to go to work, which is not great according to longevity. Another person wrote, "Good documentary, very interesting, but I think it's a rich man's game to have all those things at your disposal. All I can do is the basics. First thing being cutting out processed sugars. Anyway, lifelong and prosper." And honestly, I disagree with this comment because I feel like you can do most of the stuff that Bryan is doing. Of course, he has a little bit more time than average person because he doesn't need to work as much. But I would assume he is still working a lot, given the fact that he is producing this new blueprint line and doing all of the content. So it's about time management, and I feel like the basics can be achieved by anybody. Last comment, very entertaining watch, good start to 2025. And that's right, we are starting this show in 2025, so a good start to the new year. And I feel like it's a huge inspiration for a lot of people to try to turn around their life and live a little bit healthier. Now, before we get back to Bryan Johnson, I would like to tell you a little bit more about our presenting partner Macromo, the app that helps you organize all of your health data into a single place. So if you have your health data somewhere in a random spreadsheet or maybe some printed papers, you can unify them in a single app that helps you store, track, and understand it. You can find more information in the link down below in description, or you can check it at macromo.com. Will this documentary bring an acceptance of longevity practices for generic public, or will it be, hey, look at this eccentric tech entrepreneur doing all of the weird stuff? And honestly, the longevity community is pretty polarized right now. One half is saying it's amazing that somebody is bringing attention and eyeballs to longevity science and generally trying to convince people to live healthier lives. On the other side, people are saying this is not helping science in any meaningful way, because when you have a sample size of 1, you don't get any relevant data. And you can see both of these points of views in the documentary shared by different doctors. Personally, I think it's a little bit of both. I feel like our industry desperately needs more awareness, and I'm so happy that somebody broke through the crowd and is able to bring so much attention to what all of us are doing. So, what do you think? Do you like the documentary and a more in-depth look into Bryan's personal life and backstory? Or do you think it's another Netflix spectacle that is desperately trying to keep you engaged on the platform? Thank you so much for watching the Longevity Insider. I will be happy if you subscribe and if you let us know what you think about this new show. And with that said, I'm Eva. Sleep well, exercise, eat healthy, and see you next time.